All right, boys and girls, welcome to Pocono. Showing everybody what kind of a team we are. Going out there and getting that backup car out. Race this thing back to the front after we drop to the back. Have a little fun today and bring us home a little triangle trophy.
I'll make up for this mistake yesterday, guys. My fault, and I'll get us back up here. Just be smart about it. Take them one at a time.
Breathe easy, boys. We're going to make it. You are the man, dude. Good job, guys. God, I'm proud of you guys. All right, genius, dude. We don't tell you how to save fuel. I just hope you save yourself enough till you burn out. I'm coming to you guys.
It was cool. I mean, especially for a new organization and a new group of people, and being with a new race team and finally getting that win, that official point win as a car owner, that was something that really was a different feeling than just winning as a driver.
That was Tony Stewart talking about his win here last year in a backup car, coming all the way from the back of the field. Getting ready to crank up the engines here at Pocono Raceway. We are told that there will be a competition caution on lap 15. And yes, they already cranked, the engines are.
And they're going to do a couple of things with this competition caution. It doesn't mean that you can't pit before lap 15, but you cannot put fuel in the car before lap 15. This is to keep someone maybe from coming in about lap 10 or 12, dumping fuel, changing tires, and then staying out of the competition caution. The other thing they're going to do with this competition caution, I think it's a brilliant move, because we don't anticipate anyone will be pitting. They're going to leave those 4 cones around that area just to give it more time to set up and more time to dry. I think what they're doing here is brilliant to get us green flag racing.
All right, well, to help us get green flag racing, let's toss it upstairs to the guys in the booth. Adam?
Thank you, Lindsay, and welcome again, everyone, to the Pocono Raceway. TNT happy to be with you for the summer six-pack with Kyle Petty and Wally Dallenbach. I'm Adam Alexander, and so finally we get the opportunity to head on track with the anticipation of racing not too far behind. This is good news for everyone involved. When we came on the air earlier today, a chance of showers, and the temperature was up close to 80 degrees. It's not dipped much, still 76 is our temperature. Actually, it has dropped, 69 degrees now. The winds have calmed a bit. And you see Travis Quapple on pit road. He had a couple of tires that went flat during our red flag, so they are taking care of that, and then he will join the field. A couple of pace laps, and we get set to go racing. And after the car has been sitting idle on pit road for an hour and a half or so, Wally, any more anxiety as you take the green flag?
I think the only thing that people should realize, and Elliott Sadler actually hit on it, you know, when those guys are out there with those jet dryers, I believe they run on like kerosene, and they blow this stuff down on the racetrack. It dries. They obviously dry the track. It dries the track out, but there's also a little bit of a film on the racetrack that it is greasy, and it's gonna, you know, you talk about a green racetrack. What are they talking about when it's a green racetrack? It's just slippery. That's what a green racetrack is. There's no rubber on it, and there's no grip. So the track actually is probably in worse condition than it would have been if we would have went green before we got the rainstorm. So there's going to be maybe some more issues as far as just getting a hold of the racetrack at the start of this race.
The pit window here between 32 and 36 laps, but now we know there will be a competition caution as these drivers get the one-to-go signal crossing the start-finish line. That competition caution at lap 15. Any difference in mindset or a change in thought process as far as strategy is concerned?
A little bit from a crew chief's perspective, and Larry could probably speak to this more, because we're sitting here saying this is a 200-lap race. Now it's technically a 185-lap race, because we're going to regroup and we're going to reposition ourselves, and really nobody should get lapped in that period of time. Nothing should happen bad. You just get an opportunity to make an adjustment, refuel, re-go, restart the clock. And I think when you look at it like that, it changes a crew chief's mindset a lot more than it changes a driver's mindset.
Less than a lap till we go green. One more trip down pit road. We begin with Phil Parsons.
Thank you, Adam, and I want to follow up on what Kyle was talking about. Remember, in the countdown to green, we talked about Rodney Childers, crew chief for David Ruderman, starting all the way back in 29th, how difficult it is to pass here. This may be the perfect opportunity to put 2 tires on the right side, try to get some of that track position early, and not have to do a 30-lap or a full-lap fuel run to only put 2 tires on. To you, Matt.
Phil, Daytona 500 champion Jamie McMurray. Now, his car was good in practice on final practice on Saturday. He was top 5, but the biggest issue he had, turn 3. The car was just too tight. They've made some adjustments, but Kevin Bono Mannion is hoping it doesn't fall into a fuel mileage race. The reason? They haven't worked long enough together to find out just how well he can save fuel, especially if we go into overtime with a green-white checkered finish. Ralph?
And A.J. Allmendinger hasn't felt good all weekend long. He's got stomach issues. They don't know what's causing it, but they do know that when his stomach gets empty and he gets hungry, that's when it flares up the most. So they've got gel packs like this strawberry banana flavored one here that they can pass through the window into the cockpit to give him some food on a pit stop if he starts getting hungry, Marty, and that stomach flares up on him.
Ralph talked to Denny Hamlin right before he climbed in the car, and he says, if anything, this sun is going to make the racetrack looser. And the one thing the 11 team changed this morning on their setup, they made the car a little bit tighter, which they think will certainly help them in these sunny conditions. And Denny already has one win today. He just won the team pool for how long the red flag would last, guys. We're hoping that's not his last win of the day. Adam.
Marty, he doesn't need any more luck here. Denny Hamlin has been dominant. 8 trips, 3 victories at the very difficult Pocono Raceway. In fact, he won both the pole and the race in the 2 races here during his rookie season back in 2006. I misspoke a lap ago, said it was 1 until we go green. It was actually 2 to go. The 1 to go signal now has been given, and teams through turn 1 for the final time behind the pace car. The next time they head into turn 1, the mindset will be completely different, Wally.
Yeah, I think you probably want to give each other a little bit more room maybe down to turn 1 this time around, especially if you're on the outside. If you're starting on the outside, the guys on the inside, if they run any trouble, they're going to be sliding up the racetrack into you. So you're going to be looking at getting around the corner, but you're also going to be looking at the left side of your eyes going, boy, I hope this guy sticks.
So after a red flag of nearly an hour and 45 minutes for rain, we finally get set to start today's 500-mile race here at Pocono. We look now at the Burger King race analysis. 200 laps making up those 500 miles. Note the pit road speed, 55 miles per hour. And the pit window, big as well. Strategy, a very big part of this race. In all 43 cars in their original starting positions, no one had to go to the rear for an engine change, a backup car, or other unapproved adjustments.
55 might get trouble for speeding here because it's 1,800 feet long. It takes forever to get from one end to the other end, and I mean, it's just hard to go that slow.
Yeah, it's just a huge pit road. It's wide, it's long, and you know how it is. You've got no reference points, so you feel like you're running 25.
Brett Bodine, many short track wins in this part of the country. Today he takes the pace car to pit road. The green flag is out, and finally we are racing at Pocono Raceway.
Goes a slide job. Earnhardt, just what we were talking about.
Exactly what you said earlier.
He went down in there, and that thing did not stick, and boy, he was lucky they gave him plenty of room there.
Great qualifying run for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Started in the 3rd position. He has already slid back to 5th. Casey Kane looking to the inside for position there.
That's one of those things as a driver, you didn't save anything. Everybody around you saved you. Yeah, that's exactly the way it worked.
Kyle Busch did grab the race lead. The pole sitter electing to start on the inside as the green flag went in the air today. And his teammate Denny Hamlin getting aggressive off of turn 3.
Denny got a great run up off the inside. And we heard a couple of guys during our practice session that we did the other day on speed. And they talked about the bottom was going to be a place that people ran. Not only on that patch, but people were going to go to the bottom of the racetrack. That's really early to be going to the bottom of the racetrack. But your tires are your best right now.
Hamlin able to clear Boyer and is up to 2nd in the running order. Not a bad start for Hamlin. Rolled off in the 5th position, already up to the runner-up spot behind his teammate Kyle Busch.
Oh, 3 wide at the tunnel.
Yeah, you got to get that sorted out pretty quick when you get into that tunnel turn.
And you see those guys right there go across there. They're 3 wide right as they get there. Everyone's saying, okay, who am I going out chicken right here? And then you see the gap between them and the cars in front of them. Those guys really stretched it because you've really got to slow down to get there.
Kurt Busch in 3 on the inside of Montoya. Kyle Busch Busch has led the first 2 laps. That equals the number of laps he had led in his career entering